Hi everybody, good to see everyone. Thank you for joining this live stream. An English lesson on phrasal verbs. Now, phrasal verbs is a fantastic thing to know. There are tons of them. There are so many, but I wanted to cover 15 with you today. If you haven't already, I have designed a PDF worksheet which can be downloaded on my website. Link is in the live chat and also in the description as well, so go ahead and download that. Now, let me just show you a selection of the 15 phrasal verbs we're going to be discussing in today's lesson. There we are. So I'll give you just like 15-20 seconds just to read through that in your head. So, a phrasal verb consists of a verb and a preposition joined together. And when these two words are joined together, it creates a whole bunch of meanings. Now, it's really important to use phrasal verbs in the right way when you're engaging in conversation with someone. So I'd love to kind of discuss the differences in meaning and kind of discuss everyday examples of when you can use these excellent phrasal verbs and take your English to the next level. So, just wanted to say hello to everybody who has joined us. Hi, Ms. Good to see you. Hi, Mornan. I hope I'm pronouncing your names correctly. Hi, Divya. Hi, Cricket97. Hello, everybody else. Hi, Lucas. Hello to everybody. So, let's start off with the first phrasal verb. This one. Cut it out. Cut it out. So obviously the verb to cut, you get scissors and you physically cut it. But when you think about this phrasal verb, we're not thinking about the literal meaning of cutting with scissors. To cut it out. To cut it out means to stop doing something. So you can imagine two siblings and they're fighting, and then the mother will come and say, cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. So I'm pronouncing it in two ways. In received pronunciation, it's cut it out, cut it out. However, in the natural way that I speak with my South London accent, I would say, cut it out, cut it out. So repeat after me. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. And if I'm speaking naturally, I would say, cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. So I hope you were saying that out loud, wherever you are. Let me know where you are in the world. Because I know, Lucas, you said you're in Madrid, aren't you? Right. So we've got cut it out. So another kind of day-to-day example where you would use cut it out is if someone was teasing you and you didn't like it, you would say, cut it out. Cut it out. Or if someone was arguing with you, you would say, look, cut it out. Cut it out. I don't have time to be arguing with you right now, so could you please cut it out? Right, cut it out. And now I wouldn't necessarily say cut it out as a friendly thing to say. I would say it's almost verging on rude. It's like if someone's speaking to you and you said cut it out. It's kind of it's something that someone with authority would say. Right, let's think about the next phrasal verb. Call off. Call off. Call off. So, call off means you kind of tell someone to stop doing something, kind of like cut it out. But to call off something is to cancel something. So, to call off a meeting. So you could say, Sandra called off the meeting yesterday, so we don't have to attend. Sandra called off the meeting yesterday, so we don't have to attend. Sandra called off the meeting yesterday. Sandra called off the meeting yesterday. So I actually changed that to the past tense. If you want to say call off in the present tense, you would say, Matthew, could you call off the meeting that's scheduled for later today at 2 o'clock? Matthew, could you call off that meeting scheduled for 2 o'clock today? That means, could you please cancel that meeting? Matthew, could you call off that meeting? Matthew, could you call off that meeting? Fantastic, guys. Let me know in the comment section below how you sounded when you were saying call off. Right, let's discuss the third one. To cheer on. To cheer on. Now, of course, you've probably heard that British people say cheers, right? But this is not quite used in the same way. This is to cheer on. Cheer on, to cheer on. So in a natural speed, I would say, Amy cheered on her sister during the race. Amy cheered on her sister during the race. So to cheer on means to provide motivation, to support someone. Cheering on. You can physically cheer. Yeah, come on. So if Amy's sister was called Sandra, she'll say, Sandra, woo! Right? To cheer someone on. To cheer someone on means to support them and cheer for them. So I'd like you to practice that sentence. Amy cheered on her sister. Amy cheered on her sister. I've just been looking through the live comments. Payal says, knock it off would be a spin-off version of call it off, right? Yeah, absolutely. That's a fantastic one. So, knock it off. Or, actually, hold on. Let me just double check your comments. So, to call off, to knock it off. No. Knock it off is more similar to the first one that we went through, which is cut it out. So, just to clarify, you know how we went through cut it out? Basically, it meant to kind of stop something, as in the authoritative figure was, asking that person to stop doing something. That authoritative person could also say, knock it off, stop doing that. But you can't knock off a meeting. That doesn't make sense. You would call off a meeting. Okay, thank you for your question. That's fantastic. I love those kind of questions. Keep it coming. Right, next phrasal verb, which is come across. Now I've purposely given you two similar ones, come across and come forward. There's a reason why I gave you two similar ones on that worksheet, which you can download. If you guys have just joined us, you can download this worksheet on my website, and it's completely free. So feel free to just download it. It goes straight to your mobile phone or your laptop or wherever you're using it. So we've got come across and we've got come forward. To come across something basically means you have noticed something. You've come across it before. So you could say, I've come across I could say, have you come across it's quite difficult thinking of examples on my feet, especially lives. Let me think of an example. Maybe you can let me know in the comment section below if you've got some examples. To come across your friend. Did you come across your friend at the shopping mall? I was teaching maths to, one of my students earlier this morning, and I was teaching long division. So I said, have you come across long division before? Have you come across long division before? Have you done it before? Right? So repeat after me. Come across. Come across. Come across. Have you come across it before? Have you come across it before? So just to clarify, come across means to find by chance. But then come forward means has someone volunteered to come forward? So if you're working for a charity and the manager says, right, could someone come forward to help out with the charity sale on Sunday? Could anyone come forward? And then one person will maybe raise their hand and say, yes, I'm free on Sunday, I'd love to help. So that person has come forward to help. So they have volunteered to help. Now, I think where this phrasal verb comes from is, I think when you're in the army, imagine everybody's like in a line, and then the army officer points at you, and then you have to physically come forward from the line, and then you kind of like take one step forward. Out of a bunch of like 30 people, you step forward. So that's coming forward. And that's my guess as to where that kind of phrase came from. So, could you come forward? Could you come forward? Nishi asks a great question about come across. So let me use come across in the past tense. So this would be came across. So I came across the most disgusting troll underneath the bridge in the river. Right? That's, if I was writing a fiction story, I would say, I came across a troll underneath the bridge. Right? I came across it. I came across it yesterday. If you were going to ask the question, you would say, did you come across it? Did you come across it? Okay. Let me just take this opportunity just to read through some of your comments. So Cricket97 says, can someone come forward to help? Yes, absolutely. You can come forward to help. Ooh, Prayal asks a fantastic question. She comes across as though a celebrity. She comes across as, so I would say, she comes across as a celebrity. Oh, so this is a fantastic one. Yeah, thank you for noticing that. I can come across as quite rude. I can come across as quite friendly. So coming across could indicate the personality, what you're like, your first impressions. So, she came across as a celebrity. I wouldn't say as though a celebrity. I would say she came across as a celebrity. Or I would say that person came across quite confidently in the interview. That person came across quite confidently in the interview. Thank you for your questions, Gerd. Right, next one. What number are we on now? We're doing 15 today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6. To fall apart. To fall apart. Fall apart. Fall apart. Fall apart. So I was just reading through the comment section. Nelson actually suggested a really good sentence here. I'd like to read it out. I came across this huge pile of books in the attic yesterday. Nice one. Fantastic. Yeah. Now, discussing fall apart. Falling apart literally means to break into lots of pieces. To break. It just broke. So you could say, their marriage fell apart. Their marriage fell apart. Or you could say, fall apart. My presentation fell apart yesterday. My presentation fell apart. So let's practice that. My presentation fell apart. Their marriage fell apart. I'm just reading through your comments. It's hilarious. Bayal says, the economy is falling apart. My friendship is falling apart. Yeah. So you guys are writing it in the present tense. If you wrote fell apart, that would be the past tense. Now Vivek says, can you mimic the Australian accent? I'm not actually well practiced at the Australian accent, but I would love to do a video about that in the future, actually. Let's discuss the next phrasal verb. To fill someone in. Fill someone in. To fill someone in means you give them more information about something. So if there were some major events that happened yesterday, your friend could be like, "Oh, fill me in. Oh, could you fill me in on what happened yesterday? Could you fill me in on what happened yesterday? Could you fill me in?" Oh, it's getting quite laggy. Sorry if there's a little bit of a lag. Let me know in the comments in the live stream if you can still hear me and if you can still see me and hear me. But yes, let's practice that. Fill me in. Could you fill me in? Could you fill me in? Could you fill me in? Right, next one. Get back to. Get back at. So those sound really similar, but they're completely different. So let's look at that again. Get back to. Get back at. To get back to someone means you will respond to them later. So I could say, yes, I've received your message and I will get back to you in a few hours. I'll get back to you in a few hours. I will get back to you in a few hours. Yeah, I'll get back to you in a few hours. I'll get back to you in a few hours. Some fantastic questions. Nishi asks, can fill someone in be used as to replace? Yes. You could say a temporary teacher filled in for Miss Leslie. A temporary teacher, a supply teacher filled in for Mrs. Barbara, Mrs. Smith, whatever the name is. So to fill in for someone, yeah, you can definitely fill in for someone. The junior doctor filled in for the main surgeon. Yeah, So you definitely can use that to replace. Okay. So get back to, but then get back at means to get revenge at someone, right? To get revenge on someone. So you could say Lucy got back at her ex by doing something nasty, right? So you can get revenge, and that is to get back at. To get back at someone. To get back to someone means you will respond, but the phrase get back to someone means something completely different. Get back at. Get back at. Another fantastic phrase that seen in the live comments. Yeah, Payal says, all of us are waiting to get back to work these days. Yeah, get back to. Let me repeat that a sentence. All of us are waiting to get back to work these days. All of us are waiting to get back to work these days. All of us are waiting to get back to work these days. Repeat after me. All of us are waiting to get back to work these days. So the next one is to give in. I actually haven't printed out the last sheet, so I'll just say it out for you. If you want to access these free worksheets, then you can download it from my website. The link is in the description and also on the live chat as well. So to give in. To give in means to give up, to kind of give in to something. You just have to, give up. You just have to give in to something. To give in. To give in. So this could be a good sentence. His father gave in and let him stay out late. His father gave in and let him stay out past midnight. So surrender, to give up. He gave in. Gave in. His father gave in. His father gave in. The next couple we're going to do, guys, is to grow up and to grow apart. To grow up. To grow up means to age. When you're a child and then you're a teenager, you've grown up. You grow up. However, to grow apart means you now have a distance between you and your friend, for example. This might be a physical distance or an emotional distance. If you're not that great of friends anymore, then you would say, I grew apart from my friend. I grew apart. To grow apart. To grow up. To grow apart. Grow up. Grow apart. I tried to stay close with my best friend, but we grew apart. I tried to stay close with my best friend, but we grew apart. Great, I hope that was enough practice time. Now the next one is to hang on. Hang on. This means to keep something. So, Tamarlini could managed to hold on to her job. Tamarlini managed to hold on to her job. Hold on to her job. Despite the economic crisis, she managed to hold on. You could also say Akaboa held on to that valuable item. Akaboa held on to that valuable item. I could also say to someone, hold on, one sec. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. He basically means, can you hold on? Just like, could you wait 1 second? Hold on. I'll get back to you in just a sec. Hold on. Tamarlini managed to hold on to her job. Tamarlini managed to hold on to her job. Okay, well, we're going to move on to the next one now. The next one I've got on that worksheet is hang out. So we've got hang on, then we've got hang out. To hang out with someone means to spend time with someone. So, do you want to hang out in the park? Do you want to hang out in the park? Do you want to hang out in the park? Do you want to hang out in the park? I know I'm saying that really quickly. Let me say it slowly. Do you want to hang out in the park? Do you want to hang out in the park? Do you want to hang out in the park? Do you want to hang out in the park? Do you want to hang out in the park? That's really tough there, guys. I'll say that one more time. Do you want to hang out in the park? I'm doing this really interesting thing where I'm not saying do you, I'm saying do, kind of like a J sound. And then wanna. So I'm changing want to wanna. Do you want to hang out in the park? Do you want to hang out in the park? We're going to move on to the final word, the 15th phrasal verb. Okay, the last one we're going to do, guys, is to work out. To work out. Now, to work out means to exercise. So I'm going to work out at the gym in a few hours. Okay, all the gyms across all the world is are closed due to coronavirus, but going to work out at the gym or going to work out at home. Home workouts, right? Are you going to work out at home? Or, with the maths questions, could you work out the answer? Could you work out the answer? You've got 10 seconds to work out the answer. To work out. Could you work it out? Can you work out the answer to this riddle? Can you work out the answer to this riddle? And there we have it, guys. Our half a lesson just flew by. Hope you found that useful. Here are the worksheets which you can access. For anyone watching after the live stream is over, feel free to watch it back. Feel free to repeat and pause and stop wherever you want to practice. Let me know if I'm, this screen here. let me know if I'm, holding it on the screen for too long, or if you'd like for me to hold it a bit longer. Let me know. I'm always up for kind of more suggestions. I hope you're enjoying this format of these lessons. I really want you to get the maximum out of these lessons, and I want to be there to help you on your journey. So, more resources available on my website, www.conquerbritishenglish.co.uk. And as always, you're welcome to email me. I do respond, as those in the live chat can back me up on that. anbulondon@gmail.com. My Instagram is Conquer British. I'm going to put it in the live stream chat for you. Conquer British English. And my artistic Instagram and filmmaking Instagram is Anpu London. It's fantastic seeing you guys here today. Iskra says, yeah, you should leave some more time to repeat. Okay, cool. And let me just see if I can just get through these comments here. Yeah, so you guys have been suggesting some really good sentences. I'd like to read a few out. So Nishi says, we will work it out, as in we will figure it out. Yeah, fantastic. And Nelson says, you can't just memorize this, you need to work it out. Yeah, I say that a lot as when I'm teaching, actually. Yeah, fantastic. Well, thank you for all of your comments as usual. Skill F asks how much it takes to learn the British accent or English. Okay, that really varies on a lot of things. It varies on a lot of things. So how much time that you're willing to put in each evening, after work, how much time you're willing to put in each week. If you're going to practice English once a week, compared to someone who practices every day, it could take up to 2 years. It could take up longer. It could be shorter. Another influence is how much English you were taught at school. So which medium you practiced in. A lot of countries across the world, they study in the English medium. So that will mean that you just need to touch up on your English and your accent. However, someone who grew up in a village with no education, or no formal English education, of course, is going to take many years. But I don't want that to discourage someone. It might take a few months to learn the basic grammar, and then it might take a few months to then build up on that. I don't think anyone ever reaches a level of perfect. I haven't reached a level of perfect. Every day I'm improving my vocabulary. I'm finding out something new. I'm finding out about new tenses. I am learning constantly, right? So everybody's on their own journey, and I hope that helps. Nelson says, thanks for today's class. You've been fantastic. Thank you very much for the feedback. I really appreciate it. And I'm actually in the process of, so it's interesting that Skill F asked that question, because I'd love to create a course for you guys on my website. Now, feel free to email me. I'm writing my email again in the live stream. Feel free to email me about what you'd like to see from a course, because I do want to put like a formal course together for you guys, because that's been really highly requested. And I think, if I could speed that process up for you guys, how the Skill F was saying, how long will it take? If I can answer those questions in this course and kind of like at least provide help and assistance for you guys in that course alongside these like live streams, right? I think that'd be a really good way to go forward. So I've really enjoyed being here today, guys. I can't believe it's Wednesday already, so I'll see you on Monday. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm actually going to be in the process of planning the next week's lessons, so feel free to email me, DM me if you'd like to see anything in those live streams. I do actually respond to your suggestions, and I've already implemented them, so I do want to add value to kind of what you guys need. So I don't just want to be here running boring lessons that you're getting nothing from. I actually genuinely want to help. So for that to happen, interact with me, send me emails, send me DMs, and I'll get back to you. So I will see you on Monday. Set your alarm, put it in the diary, and I'll see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye.